we'll be discussing on MCQ questions, possible MCQ questions on the stomach, the heart, the anterior abdominal wall. The previous live session was on the thorax, so this particular live session is going to be on the anterior abdominal wall, the stomach, and the heart. Okay, welcome guys. Please, if you are joining, just tap on the live stream, tap on the three dots by the edge of your screen so that you can like this video, so you can like the live stream. Welcome, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. You're welcome to the live stream. You're welcome to the live stream, guys. Thank you for joining. Okay, so just tap on the live section. Tap on the like button, rather. Tap on the like button. We are going to wait for like a minute. A minute so that others can join the live stream. So just wait for like a minute so that others can join the live stream. I'll just welcome to my live stream, guys. So double tap on the live stream so you can like this. So we are just patiently waiting for others to join and then we can start. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream. So just double tap so that you can like the live stream while we are waiting for others to join in. Okay. Welcome to my live stream, guys. Something is wrong. Welcome to my live stream, guys. So just double tap on the live stream so that you can like this video. Thank you. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you for joining. So now we can start. Please double tap on the screen so that you can like the live video. So Amelia Cooper says, hey, thank you for joining. So we are going to be talking about um the MCQ questions on the heart, the stomach, and the okay, RI official. Thank you for joining. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hello. Thank you for joining. I am fine. Thank you. I am from Nigeria, Ebonyi State. Okay, let's go straight into the point. Let's go straight into the point. Yes, I have an Instagram page, Instagram account. Okay, the first question says, what type of epithelium lines the stomach? Thank you. This is an academic live section. Ajon Sona. Hey, I love black girl. Love. Thank you. Wow, from Pakistan. Thank you for joining RI official. This is an educational live section. Thank you for joining. My Instagram name is Joy Darling _Joy _Darling. Now, the first question says, what type of epithelium lines the stomach? What type of epithelium lines the stomach? Okpara Judith, you are welcome to my live stream. What type of epithelium lines the stomach? So, the first, okay. So, the first option says the stratified squamous epithelium. Wow, from UK. I'm honored. Okay. Uh-uh. What's really going on in this live stream? God, I beg you. Oh, to Paul, thank you for your answer. Simple columnar. We need to get married urgently. Bira Funny. Please, this is an educational live stream, and I am married. Thank you very much. So the first question says, what type of epithelium lines the stomach? So we have the simple columnar. Thank you for answering, Paul. The answer is the simple columnar epithelium. So the next one says, which artery primarily supplies the stomach? Which artery primarily supplies the stomach? So the first option is the splenic artery, and the right gastric artery, the left gastric artery, and the cystic artery. So which artery primarily supplies the stomach? Which artery primarily supplies the stomach? Which artery primarily supplies the stomach? Okay. Okay, Victor, physiology class rep Funai. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining. So Otupol has answered the first question, which is the simple columnar epithelium, which is an epithelium that lines the stomach. That's somewhat histology. So we are going to be talking about um, growth. The right gastric artery. Which artery primarily supplies the stomach? The right gastric artery. Vivian Oloma answered the right gastric artery. Okay, the gastric artery actually supplies the stomach, but the one that primarily supplies the stomach is the left gastric artery, sorry. After this video, after this live stream, I'm going to be uploading a video on the stomach. The video is already in my phone, but I'm going to be uploading it by 9 p.m. today, so you can check it out. It has all the details, all the needed details, all the needed details. So Vivian, thank you for your answer, but the answer is the left gastric artery. Miracle Obuago, welcome to my live stream. Okay, now let's go back to the next question. It says the greater curvature, the greater curvature of the stomach. The stomach has the greater curvature and the lesser curvature, okay? So the greater curvature of the stomach is supplied by what artery? The greater curvature of the stomach is supplied by what artery? So that's under the blood supply to the stomach. Okay. So let me drop options. Option A says the left gastric and the right gastric artery. Option B says the splenic artery. Option C says the left gastroepiploic and the right gastroepiploic artery. Option D says the inferior mesenteric artery. Okay, so what's the answer to the question? There are lots. That the stomach has rich supply of blood. Okay, so it's rich in blood supply. So we have the left gastric artery, the right gastric artery, the epiploic artery, right and left, and the gastroduodenal artery. So which one supplies the greater curvature of the stomach? I haven't seen the answer here. Let me repeat myself. I said option A is the left gastric and the right gastric artery. Option B is the splenic artery. Option C says the left epiploic and the right gastroepiploic artery. That's the left gastroepiploic artery and the right gastroepiploic artery. Then option D says the inferior mesenteric artery. Hello, ma'am. Ogechuku. Hello. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining. Please double tap on the screen so that you can like the live section. Thank you for joining, guys. So we are waiting for the answer. In the next 20 seconds, I'll be answering. Paul, thank you for your answer, but I would appreciate it. The right gastric artery, the front side. That's very correct. Thank you for answering. That's correct. That's for question 2. Paul, please, I will appreciate it if you don't write option B, because sometimes your option can come in after I've moved on to the next question, so I can actually know the particular question that you're answering. Okay, so no one has answered the greater curvature of the stomach is supplied by which artery. I'm still waiting. The next 10 seconds, I'll be answering the question. I'll be dropping the answer to the question. Okay, the right gastric artery is correct for question 2, but this particular question is talking about the blood supply to the greater curvature of the stomach. The greater curvature. The greater curvature. Okay, so in the absence of the answer, I'm going to be dropping the answer. So the answer to the question is the left gastroepiploic and the right gastroepiploic arteries. Okay, the options again. The greater curvature of the stomach is supplied by what artery? A, the left gastric and the right gastric. B, the splenic artery. C, the left gastroepiploic and the right gastroepiploic. So you're just trying to tell us that the epiploic artery, both the right and the left. Then D, the inferior mesenteric artery. So which one supplies the greater curvature of the stomach? Vivian Oloma says, I didn't get the questions. Oh my dear, I just repeated it right now. I just repeated the question and the option. Otupal says splenic artery. Splenic artery is not correct. We are talking about the stomach here. Yes, the splenic artery is one of the arteries that supply the stomach. Left gastroepiploic and the right gastroepiploic. Okay, Chiku, that's very correct. So, generally, just know that the gastroepiploic arteries, both the right and the left, supplies the greater curvature of the stomach. Otupol, the inferior mesenteric artery, that's not correct. The inferior mesenteric artery is not even supplying the stomach. Where you are going to be having the superior mesenteric is in the vein. Okay, so the venous drainage of the stomach has the portal veins, the splenic vein, and the superior mesenteric vein. Okay, I'll be dropping a video on the stomach once it's 9 p.m. It's going to be dropping on my channel, so please do well to watch that video. Very detailed, the blood supply well explained, so that you won't confuse yourself, and the clinical anatomy, the functions of the stomach, and the gross anatomy of the stomach proper. So do well to watch the video. Now let's go over to the next one, which says which part of the stomach is located near the esophagus? This one is very easy. Which part of the stomach is located near the esophagus? Which part of the stomach is located near the esophagus? You know, the stomach has two parts. I'm giving you an expo now. The stomach has two parts, okay? So which part is located near the esophagus? The stomach has two parts. That's the cardiac part and the pyloric part. Okay, now let me give option. Right gastroepiploic artery, that's correct. But it's not just the right gastroepiploic artery. The left gastroepiploic artery as well supplies the greater curvature of the stomach. Now the next question, moving on to the next question. The next question says, which part of the stomach is located superiorly near the esophagus? Which part of the stomach is located superiorly near the esophagus? A, we are having the fundus. You know, the fundus is one of the parts that is the cardiac part. Let me give another hint to this question. The cardiac part is subdivided into two parts, the body and the fundus. Okay. Now the pyloric part is subdivided into two parts, the pyloric antrum and the pyloric canal. So this question is telling you which part of the stomach is located superiorly near the esophagus. A, the fundus. B, the pyloric antrum. C, the pylorus. D, the body. I will recap. Which part of the stomach is located superiorly near the esophagus? A, the fundus. B, the antrum. C, the pylorus. D, the body. Which part of the stomach is located superiorly near the esophagus? A, the fundus. B, the antrum. C, the pylorus. D, the body. I need the answer to this question, and when the answer drops, I'll be explaining why other options are incorrect. Once the answer drops, I'll be explaining why other options are incorrect. Okay, Chuku answered the pyloric part, which is not correct, my darling. The fundus, Roslyn Ngene, welcome to my live session. That is very correct. The fundus is the correct answer. Now, let me explain. The stomach has two parts. It has the cardiac part and the pyloric part. The cardiac part is the one that is seen at the upper end of the stomach, like the lower end of the esophagus. That there's a notch in that cardiac part called the cardiac notch, and it separates the esophagus from the stomach. Okay? Now, the pyloric part is opening into the duodenum. So we are talking about the part that you can see near the esophagus. So first of all, you should have it in mind that it's the cardiac part. Now the cardiac part is now divided or subdivided into two, which is the fundus and the body. Okay, so it's not the body because the body is just between the fundus and the pyloric antrum. So the fundus is the one that is nearest to the cardiac notch, okay, which is very close to the lower end of the esophagus. So that's why the fundus is very correct. If my explanation is confusing, please watch my video on the stomach. It will be dropping on my channel by 9 p.m. There are diagrams that would explain it properly so that you can, envision some of these things. So the answer is correct. Rosalind, thank you for the answer. Welcome to my live stream, guys. If you're just joining, please double tap on the screen so that you can like the live stream. Thank you very much. So let's move over to the next question. What cells in the stomach secrete the hydrochloric acid? You know that the hydrochloric acid is the major acid that is in the stomach, Abby. So what cells in the stomach secrete the hydrochloric acid? A, we have the Chief cells. B, we have the parietal cells. C, we have the mucous cells. And D, we have the enteroendocrine cells. Sunday Emeka Joseph, welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining. Paul says the parietal cells. That's very correct. Thank you for your answer, Paul. That's very, very correct. So the parietal cells are the cells that secrete the hydrochloric acid, okay? So let's talk about the next. Let's go back to the next question. Now, what is the function of the chief cells in the stomach? You know, the stomach has the chief cells, the parietal cells, Abby. So what's the function of the chief cells in the stomach? The chief cells are the pepsin. I've already answered the question. The chief cells are the pepsin cells or the zymogenic cells. So what's the function of that cell? Is it to secrete HCl? Is it to secrete parietal cells? Okay, correct. That's correct. Okay, Favor, Onwe Ogechi, welcome to my live stream, girl. Thank you for joining. Please double tap on the screen so you can like this live stream, please. Parietal cell, that's correct. Chukwu Emeka Sunday. Now let's go back to the next question. It says, what is the function of the chief cells in the stomach? The chief cells, what is the function? A, to secrete hydrochloric acid. B, to secrete mucus. C, to secrete pepsinogen. D, to absorb nutrients. What's the function of the chief cells in the stomach? A, to secrete hydrochloric acid. B, to secrete mucus. C, to secrete pepsinogen. And D, to secrete or to absorb nutrients, rather, to absorb nutrients. That's option D. So what is the function of the chief cells? So to secrete HCl. To secrete HCl. To secrete HCl is wrong. Vivian Oloma. To secrete HCl is wrong simply because the HCl is not being secreted by the chief cells. It's being secreted by the parietal cells. To secrete mucous cells. No, that's not correct. That's not correct. To secrete HCl. Did you guys not understand the question? To secrete pepsinogen is the answer to the question. To secrete pepsinogen. Good, Vivian Oloma, that's correct. To secrete pepsinogen. That's very correct. The hydrochloric acid is being secreted by the parietal cells. Okay, the hydrochloric acid is being secreted by the parietal cells. So this one is going to be secreting, it's going to be secreted by the good. You guys are getting it now. To secrete pepsinogen. to secrete pepsinogen. That's correct. So the parietal cells or the osmotic cells are secreting hydrochloric acid. Okay. Now the chief cells or the pepsin, that's the peptic cells or the zymogenic cells, secrete pepsinogen. Then finally, the mucous cells secrete mucus. So the stomach has three main cells: the mucous cells, the chief cells, or the peptic cells, or the zymogenic cells, and the parietal or the osmotic cells. Okay, so the parietal or osmotic secretes hydrochloric acid, mucous cells secrete mucus, chief cells or the zymogenic cells or the peptic cells secrete the digestive enzyme, that's the pepsinogen. That's very correct. Now let's go over to the last question on the stomach before we go into questions on heart. It says, which of the part of the stomach is most likely affected by gastric ulcers? That's under my clinical correlates in the video I released, in the video that is going to be dropping by 9. It says, which part of the stomach is most likely affected by gastric ulcers? So option A says the greater curvature. You know the greater curvature is like this, like it's convex. Are we convex or concave? So it's just like this. Then the lesser curvature is inwards, like concave. Okay, the greater curvature is convex. So it says, which part of the stomach is most likely affected by the gastric ulcer? Is it the greater curvature, or the lesser curvature, or the fundus, or the pylorus? Is it the greater curvature, the lesser curvature, fundus, or pylorus? So welcome to my live stream, guys. If you're just joining, please double tap on this live stream so that you can like the video. Thank you very much. Which part of the stomach is most likely affected by gastric ulcers? Excuse me. The pylorus. Thank you for your attempt, Vivian. That's not correct, my darling. That's not correct. You have another, the lesser curvature. Perfect. Philip Mwanko, welcome to my live section. Now, the answer to this question is the lesser curvature. Ma, please, the question. Okay, Paul, since your network is bad, I'll repeat the question. It says, which part of the stomach is most likely affected by gastric ulcers? Which part of the stomach is most likely affected by gastric ulcers? Is it the greater curvature? Is it the lesser curvature? Is it the fundus or the pylorus? I've repeated the question, Paul, but Philip Wanko has already given us the correct answer to the question. So the part of the stomach that is most likely affected by gastric ulcer is the lesser curvature. Now, when you are discussing or when you are answering questions on God's anatomy of the stomach, when you are being asked to talk about the external features of the stomach, you remember that the stomach has curvatures, the greater curvature and the lesser curvature. It has openings, okay, or orifices, right? The cardiac orifice, and yeah, it has already been answered. That's very correct. Philip answered it and he was correct. So that is where the clinical correlate of this part is coming from. So that's all for the questions on stomach. So we can be going into the questions on the heart. Please watch my video on the stomach. A lot of options are really not correct. In that video, it is detailed. They have outlines. Very good ones. In fact, you will not miss any information, both for MCQ based and essay based theory. So you're not going to miss any information, and it will help you, to guide you. It will guide you. Very, very important. Okay? Watch my video on the heart as well. We are about entering questions on the heart. So I have about 5 or 10 questions on the heart here. So let's go, guys. The first question says, which chamber of the heart pumps blood into the pulmonary circulation? Which chamber of the heart pumps blood into pulmonary circulation? A says the left atrium. B says the right atrium. C says the left ventricle. D says the right ventricle. I'll repeat the question. Which chamber of the heart pumps blood into the pulmonary circulation? You know, the heart has 4 chambers. So which one pumps blood into pulmonary circulation? Is it the left atrium, or the right atrium, or the left ventricle, or the right ventricle? So which one pumps blood into the pulmonary circulation? Perfect, Philip Wanko. Thank you for your answer. The correct answer is the right ventricle. So the right ventricle pumps blood into the pulmonary circulation. Now let's go over to question 2. Now there is a valve that is present in the heart. What valve prevents the backflow of blood into the left atrium? What valve prevents the backflow of blood into the left atrium? Okay, you know that the flow of blood is like downwards, Abby, from the atrium to the ventricle. So when that blood flows from the atrium to the ventricle, what valve will prevent it from flowing back into the atrium? That's what the question is saying. What valve will prevent it from preventing blood from flowing back into the atrium? So the first question says, the first option says the tricuspid valve. The tricuspid valve. B says, remember we're talking about the left atrium. The left atrium, we're talking about the left atrium. So which valve prevents backflow of blood into the left atrium? You know that there's a valve present in the left atrium, and also there's a valve present in between the left atrium and the right atrium. And also a valve present in between the left atrium and the left ventricle. Okay, so that's how it is. So here we're having the right atrium, right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. So there's a valve in between the right atrium, the left atrium, and there's another valve in between the left atrium, left ventricle. So which valve will prevent the backflow of blood into the left atrium? That's the question. So A says tricuspid valve, B says pulmonary valve, C says aortic valve, and D says the mitral valve. A says tricuspid valve, B says pulmonary valve, C says aortic valve, and D says mitral valve. Just give me that book. Okay, Favor, thank you for your answer, but I would appreciate it if you, I don't know what A means. I would appreciate it if you give me the correct answer to, like, just write out the whatever you're talking about. The tricuspid valve, Philip Wanko, thank you for your answer. Thank you for your answer, but that's not correct, Philip. That's not correct, Philip. Tricuspid valve is not correct. We are talking about the left atrium here, guys. We are talking about the left atrium here. So the tricuspid valve is not in the left. I'm not talking of the right. The valve there is the mitral valve or the good. Thank you. Bicuspid valve. I'm getting the answer I need. Thank you, Oge Favor. Bicuspid valve or or mitral valve. You guys need to be very, as in, you guys go back and watch those videos. Oh, you need to be. I even have notes. I have good notes. In fact, I made notes for everybody on that hat. I took my time. Aaron Judge, tricuspid valve. Welcome to my live stream. That's not correct. You're talking about the valve that will prevent the backflow of blood into the left atrium. Left one. No, that's what we are talking about. The left. Okay, I'm talking about the left, guys. Talking about the left, guys, not the right. If you're talking about the right, I will not share the note. Oh, hey, okay, Favor. I'm not lying. I will not share the note. It's on my channel. Go and watch it there. It is true. It's bicuspid. Okay, Favor. Please do well to share the note for us. I don't understand. The note is in the channel. Chisom Okafor. Welcome to my live stream, bicuspid. That's correct. The note is in the channel. See, guys, that if you oh, Aaron George says, oh, you don't remember yourself, Abby. Now so the exam day go be like, oh, On the day of exam, you go just tick tricuspid. You go say, "Hey, I gave them assignments." Guys, always read the question very well, 2 or 3 times before you answer your question. I know there's not much time, but you know, you just there are some things you will know because of rush. You will fail it. Now, Favor, let me pin this comment. Ma, please share the note for us. Let me pin her comments. Why is it not pin? Okay, pin. Favor, why I'm pinning your comments is because that note is in my channel. Now let me tell you guys, you don't want to watch the video on the heart. I just look now. That heart has no heart is big. It has 4 videos. I made 4 good videos on the heart. The first was the external features in exclusion of the chambers and the introductory aspect. Now the second video was the right atrium, specifically the right atrium. So I broke them down. Now attention, do me. Philip, abeg, don't be tensed. Don't be tense. Oh, he paid me. I wanted to post the answer, which is the bicuspid, but double-minded. Cause you guys are cracking me up here. Sorry, Paul. Sorry, oh. Don't have double mind again. Double-minded cuts me. Bele. So let me break down the videos on the heart for someone that is looking for the notes. That notes, all the very detailed, like very detailed. The notes they go the very detailed and like I don't know the English, succulent, beautiful. Now the second video is on the right atrium, only the right atrium. So if you are having problem on the right atrium, just go and watch the second video. That's why I broke them down. Now the third video is on the I think left atrium and the left ventricle. I think that's what the third video is. Why the second video is on the right atrium and the left atrium. Yes, Aaron, George, you guys are going to have MCQ questions this semester. In fact, you guys will always have MCQ questions. Or did they say otherwise? I've not heard that they are scraping MCQ questions in basic medicine. I've not heard. If I hear, I'll update you guys. But you guys will always answer MCQ before your theory. Mark and mitral valve. Yes, my dear. Mitral valve can also be called the bicuspid valve or the left atrioventricular. Why is it called the left atrioventricular valve? Because people shall allow me. Let me answer Favor. It's called the left atrioventricular valve simply because it's on the left part. We're talking about the one that prevents the backflow of blood into the left atrium. So that's why it's the left atrioventricular. We have the right atrioventricular, which is the tricuspid, and a lot of you already answered the tricuspid valve. I don't even know if people can see me. I feel this thing in the dark. Help me and try to increase this light. So, or maybe you just shift the light like this. Don't know if maybe it's better. Yes. So, my dear, you are very correct. Roslyn said, "We dey see you clearly." I was not seeing myself. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for telling me. Okay, so guys, go and watch the video on the heart. The heart is a very large topic and it has lots of information. So if you take your time and watch it, voila, you understand it. And the note is there, okay? The note comes immediately after the lectures. I just put it notes. I even have a timestamp that you can click. Thank you guys for telling me you can see me. The light was beginning to enter my eye and the video was looking very dark. We can see you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go into the next question without wasting much time. It says, this particular question says, which artery supplies oxygenated blood to the heart tissue? Which artery supplies oxygenated blood to the heart tissue? A, the aorta. B, the pulmonary artery. C, the coronary artery. This one is a very simple question. D, the carotid artery. So which artery supplies oxygenated blood to the heart tissue? Is it the aorta, the pulmonary artery, the coronary artery, or the carotid artery? So which one supplies oxygenated blood to the heart tissue. There are lots of questions on heart here, like, oh God, a whole lot. Coronary arteries, perfect, Philip. Coronary artery. una brain don't come back. Coronary artery, that's correct. Thank you for answering. Coronary artery, that's very correct. So that's good. Well done, guys. So let's go back to the next question. The next question says the right atrium. The right atrium. Remember that. Okay, I was not saying this one. This one I want to say. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from which vessels? The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from which vessels? A. The pulmonary veins. B. The coronary arteries. C. The superior and inferior vena aorta. That's sorry. The superior and inferior vena cava. I made a mistake. Then D. The aorta. So the right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from what vessels? The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from what vessels? So is it the pulmonary vein, or the coronary artery, or the superior and inferior vena cava, or the aorta? She's so more careful. Allow me now, kilo shele. Someone beside me said crown artery. Pulmonary vein is not correct though. Paul, I'm not coming being for pulmonary veins from superior and inferior vena cava. That's very correct. Superior and inferior vena cava. Welcome to my live stream, guys. If you are just joining, double tap on the live stream so that you can like this video. Guys, subscribe to my channel, Tori Olong. Subscribe to my channel. If you are watching this video, I am not subscribed to my channel, your network will cut. Please, guys, subscribe to my channel, please. Superior and inferior vena cava. Okay, favor, that's correct. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, let's go back to the next question. It says, good. This one is physiology wise, but I'm just going to ask it because it's here. It says, what is the function of the SA node? This is physiology. This is a cheap question. Pulmonary artery, Oloma Vivian, that's wrong. The answer has already been answered. The correct answer has already been given. So what is the function of the SA node? That's the sinoatrial node. You know, this one is under the conducting systems of the heart. So I think that's like the last video I made, conducting systems and valves of the heart. So it's all right. So what's the function of the SA node? O2 pole. Generation of impulses. Very good. It generates impulses. It acts as a natural pacemaker of the heart. So that's like I don't know, that's physiology wise, but it's also on the conducting system and valves of the heart. So that's like the last video on heart I made. So you guys are doing well. That's correct. It answered the question. Otupo say, I see I'm inside my own heart. It do me do bing. These people should leave me alone. So the next one says, sorry, I shifted this. So the next question says, now this is your favorite question. This is a question all of you have been waiting for. Well, let us ask it now. Which valve present in the heart is located between the right atrium and the right ventricle? Which heart valve is located between the right atrium and the right ventricle? No option. Answer it, because when I don't answer them before, fail them. So come and answer the question now. Tricuspid valve, Roslyn again. That's correct. That's correct. Otu Paul said, I go come fail am now. Now lie, you don't go fail am because I already told you guys about it. That's correct, Roslyn. Thank you for the answer. Tricuspid valve. So, in fact, if you do not go home with anything this night, just go home with the difference between the mitral valve and the tricuspid valve. Philip Wankwa, that's correct. I'm glad you guys are getting it now. That's very correct, though, my guys. Thank you for getting it. So let's go over to the next one. Which chamber of the heart has the thickest wall? That's a very good MCQ question. Which chamber of the heart has the thickest wall? Is it the left atrium, or the right atrium, or the left ventricle, or the right ventricle? Left ventricle. Rosalind. Rosalind, thank you for your answer. I wish I know you in person. And for that, you 100 recharge card. Rosalind, thank you for the answer. That's correct. Otupo, thank you for your time. Philip, I'm taking note of people that were really very active, and I'm going to show you guys some little supports for encouragement at the end of the live section. Okay, that's correct, Rosalind. Thank you for your answer. Left ventricle. Left ventricle is the thickest ventricle. It has the thickest wall. It has the thickest wall. Okay. So let's check. I'm trying to look for another question that I wrote down here. That's mafia. Okay. Left ventricle. I can't see. I can't see. So okay. Anyways, please, I didn't get the question. Okay, let me repeat the question. It says, which chamber of the heart has the thickest wall? Which chamber of the heart has the thickest wall? Thickest wall. That's the question. Which one has the thickest wall? Try, your network is disturbing. So sorry. Paul, I will kick you out of this live session. Left ventricle has the thickest wall among them. Aaron George, that's very correct. Thank you for your answer. Otupo said, "Ma, you bab low cut." Yes, I bab low cut. You know, for concentrate for what they do, they look my head. Eh? Okay, so that's correct, guys. Now, I want to, this is not a question anyways, but this is like something I want to chip in. Sorry, guys, in the right ventricle. How do I come in? Okay, under the internal features of the right ventricle, you know it has the tricuspid orifice. Yes, Philip, you have gotten the answer. Left ventricle. It has the tricuspid and the pulmonary orifice, and they are being guarded by valves. So the tricuspid is guarded by the tricuspid valve. Oh, this thing is shining light. And the pulmonary is being guarded by the pulmonary valve. Sorry, so the pulmonary is being guarded by the pulmonary valve. Now, if you watch my video on the heart, oh, sorry, Aaron George, some Tochi TV. Oh, you have a channel here on YouTube. Wow, that's good. I'll check out your channel. Some Tochi TV. Some Tochi TV. You got the answer. Thank you for getting the answer. I'm just addressing based on the names that pop up in my screen. So I was trying to tell you guys about the inflowing part of the heart. Okay, so it shows the muscular ridges, like the ridges, the bridges, and the papillary muscles. So if you watch my video on the internal features of the right ventricle, you are going to see, I think I put some diagrams there that would show you what you are talking about. Is all right, noted. So let's go back to the next question, which says, sorry, I logged out. Let me go back to where I was. The coronary sinus drains into which heart chamber? The coronary sinus drains into which chamber of the heart, please? A, the left atrium. Okay, I'll check you out on Facebook. Some Tochi TV. A, the left atrium. B, the right atrium. C, the left ventricle. And D, the right ventricle. So the coronary sinus drains into which heart chamber? Is it the left atrium, the right atrium, left ventricle, or the right ventricle? The coronary sinus drains into which heart chamber? Is it the left atrium, the right atrium, the left ventricle, or the right ventricle? Right atrium, that's very correct. Thank you. Okay, Favor answered left left atrium. That's wrong. Philip Wanko, right atrium. Some Tochi TV, right atrium. Otupo, Tochi, Otupo, where is your answer? Leave Tochi to express himself or herself. Anyways, I don't even know if it's a him or a her. So that's very correct. Now, guys, this is all for the one I have on the heart, but there are so many MCQ questions that if you are reading, just pay attention to some details. Now, if you are reading, if you are watching my video, some of all these details, I used a different color of pen to like highlight it or to circle it. So some of all those points, some of all those bullet points, you have to be very, very cautious when you are reading or when you are studying so that you can take note of them, so they can serve as MCQ questions. Do you understand? So there's no way I'll tell you almost all the MCQ questions, like everything. We are going to exhaust it here. But when you are reading or when you are watching my videos, I made notes on the heart. I used different multiple colors of markers to highlight the points. Okay, to highlight very important points. I either circled it or use a different color of marker. So when you are reading, you just take note of them. Take note of them. Is that right? Noted. Paul, that's good. So, but you don't sabi am now. You've gotten the answer right. So it's the right atrium. Those that answered correctly. So the right atrium, the coronary sinus drains into the right atrium. Now I want you guys to know that remember that the heart has four borders. Abby, it has the upper border, the right border, the left border, and the inferior border. Now at the right border, of the heart, okay, there is a groove called there's a shallow vertical groove called the sulcus terminalis, okay, which passes from the superior vena cava down to the inferior vena cava. So it's just like saying that the right border of the heart extends from the superior vena cava to the inferior vena cava. Now I'm teaching. Asking any question. I'm trying to explain some good points on the right atrium. So I said that the right atrium extends from the right border of the heart extends from the superior vena cava down to the inferior vena cava. And I also said that the right border of the heart has four borders, Abby. Now it says the right border of the atrium, okay, that's the right atrium, presents a shallow vertical groove called the sulcus terminalis. So this groove passes from the SVC down to the IVC, okay? Now there's also it is produced by a ridge, that is an internal muscular ridge, that is called the crista terminalis. That's called the crista terminalis, okay? So that's some of the points you have to note on the right atrium. The right atrium has few points. We've noted the tricuspid valve. I just told you about the sulcus terminalis right now. Now, some people mistake the auricle as the atrium. Auricle and atrium are not the same thing. It's just like you have a family and then you give birth. Daddy and baby, they are not the same now, but they are from the same household. So that's like the same thing for atrium and auricle. They are not the same thing. So the auricle, the atrium, the chamber of that's the right chamber, the atrium, the right atrium is prolonged towards the left to form the right auricle. So like this is the atrium, the right atrium now. So it's going to be prolonged towards the left to form the right auricle. So you're having the right auricle there. Do you understand? So like these are some of the major points on the right atrium. Take it with me, the tricuspid opening or the right atrioventricular opening. Now there's a valve that will prevent the backflow of blood. We've talked about that. Now I'm telling you the right auricle now. That's point number 2. Point number 3, we are talking about the sulcus terminalis. Okay, I've already explained that. Then point number 4, we talked about the crista terminalis. Now, the tributaries of the right atrium. Right atrium receive various tributaries. Superior vena cava, that's the one up. Inferior vena cava, the one below. The veins, like anterior cardiac veins, the vena cauda minimis, that's the sebaceous veins, and the coronary sinus. Now, this is where my question comes from. Which of them drains into the left? The coronary sinus drains into what chamber of the heart? Is the right atrium. Do you understand? Do you see where this answer came from? Paul, hope I've cleared you. Now, the tributaries of the right atrium consist of the SVC, that's superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, coronary sinus. Okay, that's one of the tributaries draining into the heart. Okay, now the anterior cardiac veins and the vena cauda minimis, that's sebaceous veins, or sometimes the right marginal vein. So let me finish up with the points of the right atrium. Now, another point we have to take. Okay, I've talked about the tricuspid valve. Okay, another point we have to take is the internal features. Now, the internal features is like, this is the right atrium. Okay, like this is the right atrium, then you just open it like this. Like, this is the right atrium, you open it like this. The inside of the right atrium, that's the internal feature. So what does it present? It has 3 parts. It has the smooth posterior part, or you can call it the sinus venarum. This is on my channel. Go and watch the video. You see I can't put pictures here because this is a live stream. So you are going to see the smooth posterior part or the sinus venarum. Okay. Rough part, that posterior part, or oh god, my network is back. Sorry, my network just went out. So the pectinate part or the rough anterior part. So finally, the interatrial part. So the interior of the right atrium presents 3 parts: the pectinate part or the rough anterior part, the sinus venarum or the smooth posterior part, and the interatrial septum. Okay, so those are like the major points on the right atrium, guys. I'm just trying to pick out points. Now, the rough anterior part presents that what we call musculi pectinati. Okay, it's a series of muscular ridges. So musculi pectinati. It also have crista terminalis that is also there, and then the smooth posterior part, you are having the Eustachian valve, the Begnien valve, and the right atrioventricular orifice. So guys, just watch the video so that you can picture all these things. So you can picture them. Do you understand? So that's all for the heart. So you can check back my video. Then the anterior abdominal wall. I'm here to teach you guys anterior abdominal wall, and I'm here to drop a video on anterior abdominal wall. But we are going to do that hopefully this week by the special grace of God. So I'll be coming to your class to teach anterior abdominal wall. So, but let us just do an overview. I know some of you are not going to answer this question, but let's try. So what are the main layers of the anterior abdominal wall from superficial to deep? What are the main layers of pectinate? Is like ridges, like, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. If you there's a picture. There's a picture that is, I think I added it to the video. So you are going to see it. So there's a picture there, so you're just going to see it. So let's go back to anterior abdominal wall. I'm not going to be asking much questions on anterior abdominal wall because I know you guys might be lost. In fact, not might, will. But let's just try. For those that are in another class, maybe preparing for MBBS, that are also here with us, that have already done anterior abdominal wall. So what are the main layers of the anterior abdominal wall from superficial to deep? A, skin, muscle, fascia, and peritoneum. B, skin, scarpus fascia, campus fascia, and muscles. C, skin, campus fascia, scarpus fascia, and muscles. D, muscles, fascia, skin, and peritoneum. So what are the main layers of the anterior abdominal wall? What are the main layers of the anterior abdominal wall? Skin, muscles, fascia, peritoneum. Skin, scarpus fascia, campus fascia, and muscles. Skin, scampus fascia, Scarpa's fascia and muscles. Muscles, fascia, and skin. Yes, my dear. Okay. Anterior abdominal wall. You guys have done stomach. I heard Dr. Val has taught you guys stomach. You guys have done stomach. So when he was telling the location of the stomach, where it lies, you know the stomach lies in the epigastric region, the left hypochondriac region, and the umbilical region. So that region is from the abdominal wall. So when I teach abdominal wall, you will now be like, okay. So is that why the stomach is located here? You guys are answering differently. But I love the fact that you are making a lot of contribution. Skin, facial, muscles, scampas, and muscles. Okay, Philip, I guess you are just listing the layers of the anterior abdominal wall. I guess you are just listing the layers of the anterior abdominal wall. Now, the campus fascia is like the superficial. The superficial fascia has the campus fascia and the scarpas fascia. So you're going to see the campus fascia before the scarpas fascia. The scarpas fascia is like a deeper part of the superficial fascia. So when you're talking about the layers of the anterior abdominal wall, you have the skin, the superficial fascia that consists of the campus fascia and the scarpas fascia. Then you now have the muscles. Do you understand? I hope I explained this like in a clear term. So you are going to have the skin, the superficial fascia. Now that superficial fascia has the campus fascia and the scarpas fascia. So that scarpas fascia is like a deeper part of the superficial fascia. Okay? Before we now have the muscles. So in this question was just broken down: skin, campus fascia, scarpas fascia, and then muscles. So that's a great answer. I don't really expect you guys to be perfect anyways until we do that. Okay, so the next I just have about 5 questions here, not much, because yes, Tochi, some Tochi TV. The video is always on. If you go to my channel, noted, good. It's good you noted, Philip. If you go to my channel, some Tochi, you go to where they wrote live. You just see video, shorts, live, community playlist. So just click on live. You see the video there. It will be saved. Anytime you want to watch it, you can watch it. So let's go back to the next question. It says, which artery supplies the superior part of the rectus abdominis muscle? Which artery supplies the superior part of the rectus abdominis muscle? So we have the inferior epigastric artery, the superior epigastric artery, the femoral artery, and the external iliac artery. It says which artery supplies the superior part of the rectus abdominis muscle? Guys, you don't really need to be perfect when answering this. It's okay to answer anything where you know Sabi. It's okay to answer anything. You are going to be getting the answers very correct when we do the class. So the answer to this question, let me answer it. The answer to this question is the superior epigastric artery. Okay, so what's it called again? I forgot what I'm saying. What am I talking about? What are we talking about, please? The anterior abdominal wall. Good. Okay, options. It says which artery supplies the superior part of the rectus abdominis muscle? You know that the muscles of the anterior abdominal wall will have the rectus abdominis muscle, transversus abdominis, and all of that muscles I can see there. Okay, so like the transversus abdominis, the rectus abdominis, the abs muscle, those ones are the muscles that you can find in the anterior abdominal wall. Okay, so they say which artery supplies the superior part of the rectus abdominis muscle? Is it the inferior epigastric, or the superior epigastric, or the femoral artery, or the external iliac artery? So the answer to the question, I already answered it, is the superior epigastric artery. Okay, the femoral artery, it does not have any relation to the anterior abdominal wall, so it's not going to be there. Now, the last question on the heart, on the anterior abdominal wall, because I don't want to stretch more on this because you guys don't really have an idea on it. So let's not even go there. So the umbilicus is located at which vertebral level? L2 to L3, L3 to L4, L4 to L5, T12 to L1. The umbilicus is located at which vertebral level? L2 to L3, L3 to L4, L4 to L5, C12 to L1. So the answer to this question is L3 to L4. So guys, we have come to the end of this live section. If you watch my video, if you stay to the end of this live session, thank you for staying, guys. If you have any question, please ask, because we'll soon be ending so that my video can drop, because this is the phone I'm using to drop the video on the stomach, and I'm going to be sharing the link to your course reps. You'll now send it to you guys. Favor, I already told you to go and watch my video on the heart. You get all the notes there. The notes are there. Okay, the notes are there, or maybe you can check my Facebook page, but I've not really posted the notes there, but the notes are already on the channel. Yes, my darling Oge Favor, I will do a video on the anterior abdominal wall. In fact, I already have a video on the anterior abdominal wall, but it's not edited yet. So it's either that video drops on Tuesday or tomorrow, being Monday. But the video on the stomach is dropping tonight. Immediately after this live session, the video is dropping on my channel. So don't worry, I will do that. If I've done that, it's not I will. Will is like future tense. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, my darling. So in the absence of any question, please guys, like my, someone is just joining. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you for staying to the end of this live stream. Please like my video if you've not liked my video, and share my videos. Thank you, Rosalind. God bless you. Thank you all. I'm honored. Thank you for joining. You guys made it a lovely live section. So I'll be dropping the video on the stomach, and the video on the anterior abdominal wall will be dropping tomorrow or next. So guys, thank you for staying to the end of this live section. If you missed anything, you can check the live session is on my channel. God bless you. Oh, bless you too. Thank you for your time and everything. Thank you guys. I'm honored. Somtochi, thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, thank you, course rep. Ebu Kosi. Janet Okore Odima. Sorry, I didn't see any of, I don't know if you're present. Thank you for joining. Oh, please stop it tonight. I can't remember that forever. I never chop food before I go fall down for you. Anyways, thank you for the compliment. I'm grateful. I'm very honored. People should help me and tell Paul to rest. If I come to class and ask Paul now, he will say, you're just joining. Whoa. Sorry, Adima, we are finished. Pata pata. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the kind words. God bless you guys. True though. Now only you be honest. Please, Ikena, thank you. Oh, Ikemefuna, thank you very much. Thank you guys. Are going to make me to shed tears tonight. Thank you so much. Mesoma, where all of you coming from? Oh my, are you guys just joining? We don't finish, oh. Please point in for me, Abel. Good night. Good night, guys. So those that are joining, please, the video is on my live stream. Yeah, like on my channel, you'll see it there. So that I can just go and rewatch, okay? Oh, thank you guys. I'm honored. Please feel free to always come to me to ask me any question on Anna 202. I'm here for you guys. I don't want any carryover this semester. Make we pass. I beg, please. Just, my DM is always open, okay? Anything you guys want me to make a video on that I didn't teach you personally, just let me know, then I will do that. Okay, we'll do that before your exam. Good night, dear. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys. See you guys in my next live stream. Bye. So, I guess I end the because I always forget how to end this live stream. Okay, I think I don't even know. No, do. Eh? Abby? Yeah, end.